Have you ever gazed up at the night sky and wondered just how many stars are out there in the universe? It's a question that's as vast as the cosmos itself, a topic that tickles the curiosity of scientists and stargazers alike. This cosmic inquiry, the estimation of the number of stars in the universe, is no small feat. It's a question that demands we stretch our minds to grasp the truly astronomical. To answer this question, we need to delve into the scientific methods used by astronomers. Astronomers estimate the number of stars in our own galaxy first, the Milky Way. Now you might be wondering, how do they do that? It's not like they can just count each star one by one, right? Well, you're correct. The process is a little more complex than that. It all starts with mathematical models. Astronomers use these to understand the structure and dynamics of our galaxy. They create models based on what we know about the distribution of stars in the Milky Way. This involves taking into consideration the varying density of stars in different parts of the galaxy. For instance, the density is much higher in the galactic center compared to the outer edges. Next come observations. Despite the vastness of the universe, we have a pretty good view of our own backyard. With a combination of ground and space-based telescopes, astronomers can observe billions of stars right from here on Earth. They use this observational data to refine their models and to get a better understanding of the star distribution. Now here's where it gets a bit tricky. While mathematical models and observations are useful, they're not perfect. One of the major challenges is that our view of the galaxy is blocked by dust and gas, making it difficult to observe certain areas. This obstruction leads to uncertainties in our star count. Furthermore, the Milky Way is a dynamic, evolving system. Stars are constantly being born and dying. This ongoing cycle of stellar evolution adds another layer of complexity to the estimation process. It's like trying to count the waves in an ocean while the tide is changing. And despite these challenges, astronomers are persistent. They constantly refine their methods, use more powerful telescopes, and develop more accurate models. After a lot of calculations and assumptions, astronomers estimate that the Milky Way could contain around 100 billion stars. But remember, this is just our galaxy. There are billions more galaxies out there in the universe. So, if you thought 100 billion was a lot, well, we're just getting started. Now, how do we extend this estimation to the entire universe, you ask? Well, sit tight because we're about to dive into the cosmos. To grasp the immensity of the universe, we turn to our cosmic binoculars, the space telescopes. These marvels of technology, like the Hubble Space Telescope, gaze into the depths of space and time, capturing images of countless galaxies far, far away. We're talking billions upon billions of galaxies, each one a cosmic metropolis buzzing with stars. But here's the catch. We can only observe a fraction of the universe from our cosmic vantage point. This is what we call the observable universe. It's like being in the middle of an enormous ocean, but only being able to see as far as the horizon. This limit is due to the speed of light and the age of the universe. Light from galaxies beyond this horizon hasn't had time to reach us yet. So, how do we estimate the number of galaxies in the observable universe? Well, we take a small patch of sky, about the size of a grain of sand held at arm's length, and count the number of galaxies in that patch using our telescopes. Then we extrapolate this number to the entire sky. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But remember, this is an estimate. The actual number could be much higher. Once we've got our estimated number of galaxies, we multiply this by the average number of stars per galaxy, which we discussed in the previous scene. It's a bit like multiplying the number of cities in a country by the average population of each city to estimate the country's total population. So after all this cosmic arithmetic, what's our grand total? Brace yourselves. The estimated number of stars in the observable universe is a staggering 1 septillion. That's a 1 followed by 24 zeros. To put that in perspective, that's more stars than grains of sand on all the beaches on Earth. This gives us a mind-boggling estimate of around 1 septillion stars in the observable universe. Now, isn't that a thought to ponder upon? Can you imagine what a septillion is? Quite a mouthful, isn't it? Well, let's break it down. A septillion is a 1 followed by 24 zeros, but numbers like these can make our heads spin, so let's use a more tangible analogy to understand this astronomical figure. Consider the grains of sand on Earth, every beach, every desert, every sandbox. From the Sahara to the Pacific coastline, if you were to count each individual grain, you'd still fall short of a septillion. In fact, you'd need to multiply the Earth's total number of sand grains by over 100 to reach a septillion. But let's take a step back, all the way back to the Big Bang. Picture every tick of the second since that monumental event nearly 14 billion years ago, each second ticking away on the cosmic clock, an eternity in itself. Even then, you'd still find yourself short of a septillion. You'd need to run the universe's clock not once, not twice, but over 20,000 times to reach a septillion seconds. Quite mind-boggling, isn't it? But that's the scale we're dealing with when we talk about the number of stars in the universe. So next time you look up at the night sky, remember, each star you see is just a tiny grain in the cosmic sandbox. The universe, however, is a place of endless mysteries. Our understanding of it is like an ever-evolving tapestry with new threads of knowledge constantly being woven in. Each day, each moment, we are adding something new to this cosmic quilt. Take the number of stars in the universe, for instance. Today, we estimate there are about 100 billion trillion stars. That's a 1 followed by 24 zeros, but as our technology improves, as our telescopes reach farther into the depths of space, that number may change, and not just by a few million or billion, but by trillions upon trillions. Our knowledge of the universe is not a fixed point, but a journey into the unknown, into the vast expanse of space that surrounds us. It's a journey of discovery, of learning, of understanding. As we continue to explore the final frontier, who knows what other astounding discoveries await us? Thanks for watching Brain Booster. Don't forget to like and follow.